Vice President Kashim Shettima engages United Nations Secretary General on issues of international cooperation. Legal experts urge Chief Justice of Nigeria to ensure financial independence of the judiciary. A National Social Investment Program Agency releases funds for Renewed Hope conditional cash transfer. Hello and welcome to the news desk of 3 on Nta News24. We're live in Abuja. I am Dennis Adegunloye. We'll begin in the United States, where Vice President Kashim Shettima has met with United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres at the UN headquarters in New York, where they discussed issues relating to regional security, humanitarian relief, and Nigeria's role in international cooperation. State House correspondent Abdulrahman Jibrila reports that the Vice President, who is representing President Bola Tinubu at the ongoing 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly, was received at the UN building by Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed.
President Kashim Shettima in the New York for the 79th UNGA, but it's an opportunity to also engage major global bodies for Nigeria's development. So, he is here meeting with the UN scribe, bringing to his attention Nigeria's plight in the flood and efforts by the federal and state governments. He particularly drew attention to the urgent need for assistance in addressing the recent damage suffered by residents of Borno State in northeast Nigeria. He also assured the UN scribe of Nigeria's commitment to regional stability, climate resilience, and international cooperation. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres empathized with Nigeria over the flood, pledging more support from the global body. In the meantime, Vice President Kashim Shettima engaged with the Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland, describing Commonwealth as a family that must be guarded jealously. Shettima assured Commonwealth of Nigeria's continued support. He confirmed Nigeria's attendance at the 2024 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Samoa. Patricia Scotland expressed gratitude for Nigeria's support, which she credited for facilitating her success at the Commonwealth. In New York, Abdulrahman Jibrila, NTA News.
Back here, the Southwest Senators Caucus has expressed delight over the passage of the Southwest Development Commission Establishment Bill in the Senate on Thursday. In a statement, Secretary of the Caucus, Senator Shuaib Afolabi Salisu, said members were enthused that the bill, a collaborative effort of all senators from the Southwest Zone, is yet another demonstration of a shared vision and commitment to advancing and protecting the interests of the zone at all times within the context of a united, secure and prosperous Nigeria. The Southwest Development Commission will hopefully complement the development efforts of the 6 states in the Southwest. The caucus notes that the bill still has to receive the concurrence of the House of Representatives to be ready for presidential assent, and is confident that the members from the Southwest Zone are committed to this initiative. The caucus thanks the leadership of the National Assembly, particularly President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and Speaker House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, for their leadership and facilitation of the passage of the bill. The National Social Investment Program Agency has released the sum of 24.781 billion naira for the payment of 991,261 household beneficiaries across the 36 states and the FCT for the months of August and September. National Coordinator, NSIPA, Badamasi Lawal, says in August 2024, the agency released 3.825 billion naira for a total of 153,038 households who are beneficiaries of the Renewed Hope conditional cash transfer. While in the month of September, 20 0.955 billion naira was released for payments of 25,000 naira to 838,223 households across the 36 states and the FCT through their finance service providers. The Renewed Hope conditional cash transfer under the National Cash Transfer Office is aimed at cushioning the economic shocks of the beneficiaries, who are mostly the poor and vulnerable. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria are urging the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, to ensure financial independence both at the federal and state levels of the judiciary. They believe with her antecedents, she is not just equal to the task, but will continually uphold ethics, instill discipline and transparency in the administration of justice. Lydia Sampson reports.
The guests are in agreement that though the judiciary needs overhaul through fundamental reforms, the Chief Justice of Nigeria is well equipped to tackle challenges head-on. Her meticulous attention to ensuring justice, they acknowledge, provides a solid foundation for her to thrive.
These reforms should come in handy. I am sure that she's up to the task. Bear in mind that she stated clearly they should not tolerate indiscipline, should not tolerate corruption. And if you look at the myriad of problems, well, especially if you look at by way of general analysis, you'll agree with me, the presenter, that this woman needs to come forcefully, diplomatically, judicially, and whatever to ensure that the Nigerian judicial system has been overhauled. There is a need for her as an agenda to make sure that where there are pitfalls, she will be able to block them.
There is a need for his lordship. She is already the head of the National Judicial Institute, recognized by the NJI Act for training of judges, but more needs to be done. That institute needs to be equipped financially. If that institute is equipped financially, they will conduct continuous training, ensure that the Honorable Judge's training accord with international and national development.
The girls say Nigeria for now has the most overburdened apex court in the world. Therefore, the need for constitutional amendment to increase the number of judges. They urge the Chief Justice to take seriously cases of misconduct to help change the misconception about the judiciary in the public. The guest also suggested deployment of technology in operations of the judiciary across the country. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, Nta News.
The Ministry of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy has launched a major refurbishment project for 6 national museums. The museums, located in Ilorin, Birnin Kebbi, Uyo, Owerri, Kano and Kaduna, will undergo infrastructure upgrades, security enhancements and exhibit space improvements. The project aims to preserve Nigeria's rich cultural heritage and make its historical treasures more accessible to the public. Modern technologies and sustainable practices will be incorporated to create interactive and educational environments celebrating Nigeria's diverse cultural legacy. The initiative is expected to create job opportunities within the cultural sector, supporting local economies and fostering nationwide appreciation for the arts. Local artisans, historians and curators will be engaged to ensure culturally represented and historically accurate upgrades. The ministry invites stakeholders, including cultural organizations and the general public, to support this transformative project. Regular updates will be provided through official channels, as this initiative safeguards Nigeria's museums for future generations, celebrating the country's past while inspiring creativity and innovation. The Nigeria Police Force has arrested 3 suspects in connection with an alleged case of sextortion and romance scam. The suspects were apprehended following a report by the Nigeria Police Force National Cybercrime Center e-reporting portal. Investigations reveal that one of the suspects met a Croatian on a dating app and claimed to be a woman. Their continuous chats progressed to Instagram and WhatsApp, leading to an intimate relationship. However, the Croatian was deceived into sending nude pictures of himself through the dating app. The suspects later conspired and pressured him to pay ransom or have these pictures sent to his family and friends.
That the suspects have previously engaged in numerous similar cyber criminal activities, both collectively and individually defrauding and extorting numerous victims globally. The Nigerian police force will not relent in its fight against all sorts of crimes and criminality. The IGP further reiterates the commitment of the Nigerian police force to dominating Nigerian cyberspace and taking strict action against individuals or groups attempting to compromise national peace and security.
The force assures that the suspects will be charged to court upon completion of investigations. Elsewhere, Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo has committed to improving the welfare of the ministry's staff. This was at a town hall meeting between the management and personnel of the ministry in Abuja. Victor Azu reports.
It's the annual meeting between staff and management of the Ministry of Interior. The workers are buzzing with quiet anticipation as they await arrival of the minister. In his short time in office, the minister has gained a reputation for being stern but fair, and the workers are hoping that fairness will prevail. As the Minister of Interior arrives with the Permanent Secretary in tow, a little formality, and leader of the Workers' Union reels out the requests, with welfare and training topping the list.
Trainings commence immediately. I want to announce to you that the Honorable Minister has given an approval for the procurement of a brown uniform.
Midway into the Permanent Secretary's response, the meeting erupts into jubilation. Most of their demands have been taken care of, and all that the minister needed to do was recommit to staff welfare.
We have prioritized your welfare because we understand a happy workforce is an efficient system.
This was followed by presentation of an award of excellence to the minister for what they termed efficient leadership.
We are satisfied. I'm very sure our minister will do more than he has said. He has been doing before now.
It shows that they appreciate the president's giant pride in the Ministry of Interior, and it's also a call to service.
As the chairs rang out once more, you get a sense that it's been a rare moment where promises have been kept and hope has become reality. In Abuja, Victor Azu, Nta News.
This is the News Desk at 3 on Nta News 24. We'll take a short break. More reports in a moment.
Nigeria is at the threshold of another milestone in its history as the country is set for the celebration of its 64th independence anniversary on the 1st of October. This year's celebration with the theme, Nigeria at 64, reflecting on the past, inspiring the future, affords the country the chance to reflect on the journey of nationhood and assess the task of nation building.
There's hardship, but how did we get here?
As this year's celebration coincides with the country's 25 years of unbroken democracy, the task of engendering an inclusive governance that caters for every segment, especially the youth, is now.
We've sustained 25 years of democracy this year. We don't want to keep the people hungry and angry.
Nigeria at 64, reflecting on the past, inspiring the future.
Welcome back. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, for the second time, has inspected the ongoing Apo-Karshi Road project, expressing reservations on the deadline set by the contracting firm for completion. Onoze Yakubu also reports on the minister's stand on the ongoing LEA teacher strike in Abuja.
With funds being provided, the FCT administration has fulfilled its own side of the bargain, as the onus lies with the contractor to deliver the project on schedule. The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike says, despite his reservations, he will continue to support the contractor to see to the timely completion of the project that is dear to his heart. He also hinted that President Bola Tinubu has approved the immediate rehabilitation of the 18-kilometer Karunyanya-Kalshi road.
I still have my doubts. I will not lie to you. I still have my doubts, but they are still insisting that by April they will have completed this project. It's a project that's very dear to us. We know the importance of this road. So many people are eager to see that this project is completed on time, so that it will ease off a lot of traffic and also will boost the economic activities of this area. What attracted me to that road, if you remember, when we came to this Karashiapo last time, we took that road and I saw how bad the road was, and I said, no, this is not acceptable to us. And we wrote to Mr. President and he approved that there should be immediate rehabilitation of that road. And we are doing it under emergency. And so we had to contract the SEC, and they have given us 8 months to be able to complete that road. I know how important that road is. Look at so many agencies of government along that road.
On the ongoing LEA teacher strike, the minister says he will not hesitate to use 10% of his internally generated revenue to pay the striking teachers.
We try to do what we can do in order to see that the system is moving on well. It will be unfortunate. Which I told the chairman, it will be unfortunate that the teachers are on strike. It will be very, very unfortunate. And that will mean that if the teachers are not paid, then I will use the 10% IGR, which will nobody pay to them, to pay to the teachers. I will not fold my arms and allow that to happen. No serious government will see their teachers stay at home and children are suffering. I will not tolerate that.
This action, he added, is coming against the failure of the area council chairmen to fulfill their own side of the bargain after the FCT administration paid off the 40% promise. Onoze Yakubu, Nta News.
In other news, with over 220 million Nigerians generating about 32 million tons of solid waste annually, and individual waste put at 0.8 kilograms daily, Nigeria is ranked one of the best performers on circular economy. This indicates that the federal government is already at the forefront of embracing circular economy through activities of agencies like the National Environmental Standards and Regulations Agency, NESRIA. Nta Daniels reports.
Circular economy, a model which transforms the way we produce, consume and dispose resources, is a sustainable economy model that aims to reduce waste and consumption of resources by promoting the reuse, recycling and refurbishment of product. Nigeria has since embraced the circular economy model, with the National Environmental Standards and Regulation Agency, NESRA, spearheading the initiative.
Circular economy aligns with the 5 Sustainable Development Goals: SDG 13, Climate Action; SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production; SDG 9, Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure; SDG 8, Decent Work, Economic Growth; and SDG 6, Clean Water and Sanitation. It also synchronizes with the 8-point agenda of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration.
This media dialogue is intended to deepen knowledge and understanding of the concept, as well as seek collaboration in projecting government's efforts in the circular economy, as well as highlight the benefits therein.
Federal Ministry of Environment to develop the Nigerian Circular Economy Roadmap, which is like the overarching document under which every other legal and regulatory framework document to promote circular economy in the country.
A robust policy in favor of transition towards a sustainable circular industry offers economic opportunities for all, making us less dependent on imported, scarce resources and other resources.
Speakers highlight place of extended producer responsibility (EPR) driven by Producer Responsibility Organization (PRO) model in line with international best practices, and the media in curtailing the risk of waste disposal through recycling, refurbishment, and reuse. Participants share their thoughts with the organizers, while they promise to do their best as catalysts for behavioral change, using influence, perceptions, and public enlightenment to achieve circular economy as a new way of life. In Abuja, Nta Daniels, Nta News.
Diplomatic ties were strengthened at a display of ancient culture and tradition by the Chinese community in Abuja, which opened its doors to celebrate one of its oldest festivals, the Mid-Autumn Festival. And this festival, a celebration of culture, family and ancient tradition, saw not just Chinese but Nigerians celebrate a 1,000-year legacy. Daniel Adiriye tells us more.
Oftentimes, when some of us think of China, we think of our favorite kung fu characters. But there's more to China than just martial arts, and the Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival proves just that. From cultural displays to artworks, cuisine and even fashion, the Chinese heritage on display was certainly not in short supply.
The anniversary decided to elevate the relationship between the two countries to the comprehensive strategic cooperation partnership and build a high-level China-Nigeria community with a sharing future. In simple words, China would like to share experience, help each other to develop together with all African countries.
The coincidental timing of our celebrations today remind us amidst our diversity, we find common ground where mutual respect, support flourish. It is a beautiful acknowledgement that both nations with deep historical root and ambition for the future can come together to enrich each other's cultural landscape.
I had a chat with some Nigerians who had never celebrated or been part of the festival before, and their responses were very endearing.
Actually, this is my first time of coming here, and my friend brought me here. I love it, I really love it here. And you know, I buy from them, and I've been willing to go to their country, and I know one day in the future I will be in their country. I love their art, I love their food, I love their kung fu, I love everything they display today, and I wish I will come next time when they do this thing again.
It's my first time coming for this kind of events. I'm on the Chinese culture and all of that, and I must really say this event was more, I would call it expository. It gave me more insights. First-hand more insight about China and the culture and their food. Surprisingly, I got to taste some of them, their confectionaries and all of their snacks, and all. It was nice.
This should be my second time coming to a Chinese event, and it was wholesome. I bet you the culture, it was giving voodoo at some point. Like the man then was scared, didn't it? But at the end of the day, we really had fun. We actually do wish that it continued. Best believe this was a worthwhile experience.
And what is a Chinese cultural event without a show of Chinese Shaolin Kung Fu? In Abuja, Daniel Adiriye, Nta News.
The Akwa Ibom state government has announced the passing of wife of the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Patience Nta News, following a illness. She passed away peacefully in hospital on 26 September, surrounded by her family. The family submits to the will of the Almighty and asks for prayers and support of kind-hearted individuals during this difficult time. The State Commissioner for Information, Ini Ememobong, indicates that further details will be provided by the family as necessary. The family kindly requests privacy as they mourn their beloved wife, mother and grandmother. Governor Nta News appreciates all who have stood by his family in this period and assures all citizens that despite this huge personal loss, his commitment to service of the state is unwavering. And President Bola Tinubu extends his heartfelt condolences to Governor Umo Eno of Akwa Ibom State on the passing of his beloved wife, Patience Umo Eno. The President joins them in mourning this painful and profound loss of the state's First Lady, who has supported Governor Eno's administration. The President affirms that Patience Eno, as the wife of a visionary governor and an ordained gospel minister, embodied humility, resilience, and loyalty. President Tinubu acknowledges that through her Golden Initiative for All, she demonstrated her passion for serving the people and residents of Akwa Ibom State with love, honesty, and dedication, leaving a positive impact that will continue to inspire future generations. Similarly, First Lady Oluremi Tinubu expresses her deepest condolences to Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno, his children and family on the passing of his wife and First Lady of the state. The First Lady describes late Mrs. Umo Eno, who was the state coordinator of the Renewed Hope Initiative in Akwa Ibom State, as a God-fearing and compassionate woman committed to her family, the people of Akwa Ibom State, and the nation. And with that, we conclude the news desk at 3 on Nta News 24. Thank you for watching. I am Dennis Adigunloye.